Welcome to online classes. I am here in the second recording of the story. I heard a heavy steps, that Unit 1 Section 1 of English course. Before starting explanation, I'll refer some sentences as a reference and continuation. The mouth, so far as I could see it under the heavy moustache, was fixed and rather cruel looking, with peculiarly sharp white teeth. This protruded over the lips, whose remarkable rudeness showed astonishing vitality in a man of his years. For the rest, his ears were pale and at the top extremely pointed. The chin was broad and strong, and the cheeks firm though thin. The general effect was on the extraordinary pallor. Hitherto, I had noticed the backs of his hands as they lay on his knees in the firelight, and they had seemed rather with white and fine, but seeing them now close to me, I could not but notice that they were rather coarse, broad, with squat fingers. Now from the book I will explain. Strange to say, there were hairs in the center of the palm. It was peculiar to tell there was hairs in the center of the claps of Count's hand. Explanation 2. It was unusual to say that there was hairs in the center of the clutch of Count's hand. Explanation 3. It was unfamiliar to say that there was hairs in the center of the caress of Count's hand. Now from book. The nails were long and fine and cut to sharp point. The nails, explanation 1. The nails of the Count Dracula were long and superb and cut to a edged point. Explanation 2. The nails of Count Dracula were long and great and cut to a sharpened point. Explanation 3. The nails of the Count Dracula were long and excellent and cut to a horned point. Now from book. As the Count leaned over me and his hands touched me, I could not repress a shudder. As the explanation 1, as the Count bended down narrator and his hands touched him, he could not keep back a shake. Explanation 2. As the Count inclined on the narrator and his hands touched the narrator, he could not suppress a shake. Explanation 3. As the Count tilted on the narrator and his hands touched him, narrator could not restrain a shake. Now from book. It may have been that his breath was rank. A horrible feeling of nausea came over me, which do what I would, I could not conceal. Explanation 1. It might have been that his respiration was stale. An unpleasant feeling of vomiting came over the narrator, and the narrator would do he could not cover up. means what he should do, he could not understand, could not hide himself because he was in a vomiting tendency. Explanation 2, it must have been that his exhalation was musty. A terrible feeling of sickness came over the narrator. What the narrator would do, that was not able to decide, and he could not hide. Explanation 3, it might have been that his inhalation was fasty. A dreadful feeling of the queerness came over him. Him means came over the narrator. What he would do and what could not able to understand. Now the book. The Count, evidently noticing it, drew back and with a grim sort of smile which showed more than he had yet done his protuberant teeth. The Count, clearly noticing it, he pulled him back and with a fierce sort of smile which showed more than he had yet done his swelling teeth. Explanation 2, the Count, obviously observing it, he recoiled himself and with a cruel sort of laugh which showed more than he had yet done his projecting teeth. Explanation 3, the Count, apparently watching it, he retracted himself and with a rough sort of grin which showed more than he had yet done his popping teeth. Now from book. Sat himself down again on his own side of the fireplace. Explanation 1, the Count sat himself down again near the fireplace on his seat. Explanation 2, the Count, after bitter smile and projecting his teeth, he sat himself down on his seat near the fireplace. Explanation 3, the Count, after rough smile and swelling his pointed teeth, he recoiled himself and sat on his seat near the fireplace. Now from the book. We were both silent for a while, and as I looked towards the window, I saw the first dim stake of the coming dawn. The Count's bad breath, bitter laugh, and his projecting teeth all were observed the narrator. The narrator did not talk at all. Both the Count and the narrator were speechless for a moment, and when the narrator looked towards the window, he saw the first gloomy ray of the coming daylight. Explanation 2, the Count's breath was rank, his cruel laugh and soiling his teeth, all these were noticed by the narrator. Narrator felt nausea. Finally, the Count drew him back, and both were muted for some time. The narrator watched through the window, and he observed the first daybreak light was appearing. Explanation 3, both the narrator and the Count did not talk at all. They were quiet for a while. The narrator looked through the window and watched the daybreak light was coming into the sky. That is the end of the explanation today.